clip.
V stealing from Rio's home.
I could have died, and they don't even care about that. They just cared about the materials that I have. So to me, I want to bring awareness to what's going on out here. So another person, this will never happen to another person. I'm not scared. I don't fear for my life. Bro, I'm from New York, man. Like, I've seen it all, so I'm ready for it all. I'm gonna stand tall on this and make sure the world knows about these women.
I won't be too long. Are you with your friend? Send me your location so I can order a taxi.
No, don't worry. I'll get for you an Uber. That's the least I can do. What is your location? Don't worry, I'll pay. I'm a gentleman.
You know, when I hear these stories about people getting drugged, I usually think it's just, you know, they're in a club, or they're just out hanging out with people that they don't know, which is what I did. And so whatever happened to me, I do deserve it, because, you know, like, I'm 36, and how did I not see I was getting set up, you know? Now, this lesson taught me so much that I'm never gonna say this will never happen to me again, but it's not gonna be 1, 2, 3.
There is so much traffic, but the important thing is I will be with you soon. I will be there in 7 minutes. Wait for me outside Subway.
Okay, call me when you're here.
And so we prepared ourselves in anticipation of meeting Valeria, aka Cecilia.
Babe, I've arrived.
We'd arranged to meet Cecilia at 7 p.m, but it had taken her more than 2 hours to get to our location. She requested to meet our undercover reporter at the Subway restaurant nearby. When we got there, she wasn't there. As our reporter was about to leave, she hopped out from an unmarked car across the road. We believe she was stationed there to observe the property and to ensure that whoever she was meeting was not a previous victim. This was her version of due diligence, and she only stepped out the car when she was satisfied that she didn't know our reporter. From their perspective, they've come to rob and steal from another tourist, using scolopamine, of course. As they enter the apartment, they look around, doing a quick scan, perhaps looking for hidden cameras. She even looks at the ceiling looking for hidden cameras, and they repeat this behavior throughout the encounter.
I'm really concerned about my man, because I was sleeping. They had me drugged and knocked out by like in 15 minutes. So when he was in there, I couldn't even let him stay in there for 5 minutes, because I didn't know how fast they could get the drugs into his system, and I didn't want something to go wrong.
And so we make them feel comfortable while Cecilia goes and checks the other bedrooms, perhaps wanting to ensure that no one else was in the apartment. They sit down and have a conversation with our reporter, who said they were very friendly and likable, and so it's easy to see how they gain the trust of many of their victims.
It's your fault. You know, for me not to take accountability what happened to me it would be my mistake, because at the end of the day, I'm a grown man, and I should know better than to just tell someone to serve me a drink.
As the group are inside having a conversation, the police are outside waiting to enter the apartment. The girls believe they're here to drug and rob another tourist, but they'll be in for a big surprise.
Yo, my heart just started racing, and I knew, like, this is my time to get my redemption, you know? And this is not my country, so I didn't want to do nothing violent and try to go link up with the girls and my emotions get the best of me, so I brought the cops with me so I could go get my stuff back.
And so we go to catch a scolopamine queen, a woman who's brought misery to hundreds of lives.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Hola, amiga.
Whoa, I'm back with another educational video exposing the goods and the bads of human nature. The book we'll be referring to today are The Art of War and The Prince. This is a quote from out The Prince. It states that the prince who does not detect evil the moment that it appears is lacking in true wisdom. I'm going to elaborate on that by using my own experience. I've been around so many messed up people with different personalities that after a while you can feel their intentions through their words, their energies, their body language, the looks in their eye. Is they too friendly, or worse, is they subtly showing or hiding traits of danger. So for most, it takes to get bit by a snake in order to identify a snake. Next quote states, men worry less about doing the injury to one who makes himself loved than to one who makes himself feared. For love is secured by a bond of gratitude, which men, wretched creatures that they are, break when it's to their advantage to do so. But fear is strengthened by a dread punishment, which is always effective. Joke, she on her Jiggy Run the City shit. She ready to cry them a river. You heard me. In the end of that video, she had the dick look. That was the dread punishment that came her way. But seriously though, look at her face. You can tell the punishment was effective, and that was being nice. I know some people that do something worse than that. No kidding. But next quote states, men must be pampered or crushed because they can get revenge for small injuries, but not for grievous ones. So any injury a prince does to a man should be such of a kind that there is no fear of revenge. Clearly, as you heard, Buddy was angry and possibly he was down for revenge. Definitely, that's why he brought the police there, because he probably couldn't control his emotions, and I don't blame him. All right, next page. If you have someone who is who is no negotiating with, I advocate don't play with them at all. Simple as that. Plenty of times I've seen or heard a human wanting or seeking revenge, but an injury that is bad enough will solve that dilemma. Okay, here we're going to flip-flop through different books. This is a perfect scenario for law number 8 in 48 Laws of Power. The law states, make others come to you, use bait if necessary. When you force the other person to act, you are in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with the fabulous gains, then attack, and you hold the cards. Okay, this law easily was applied, as you can see, by his friend being the bait. Plus, they lured her with the promises of a date. We all know who benefits from that. Okay, so for all y'all that think this shit can't and don't happen and won't happen to you, all right, from my own experience, I used to, partake and be around folks that done type of stuff like this. I remember I used a shorty one time. We posted pics on the app just to see how it worked, and more of the story was, if I wanted to, they could have got. But that's another story for another day. All right, so next quote is out of the Art of War. It says, deception is the chief means, and one of the great arts of skillful generalship is to deceive in order to destroy. For those who don't know for those who don't know the meaning of chief, and the quote is used for the most important. So basically the message is, watch for the people, but mostly attractive women, who use deception and prey on your sexual weaknesses / desires. It's very easy to spot when you're being targeted by one. Be for real with yourself. She out of your league. If so, don't even entertain it. You know something's not right. Red flags, beauty plus friendly equals enemy. Okay? Next quote from Out of the Art of War. The object is to make him remiss and contemptuous before we deliver our attack. Remiss means the fact of being forgiven for breaking rules. The root word in contempt, and that means a disregard for something that should be taken into account, or the feeling that a person or something is beneath you. As men, we have that kind of nature. That's why we tend to be more loose and lax around women, but do so at your own expense. I can go on and tell you, but it's clear to me, as you should to you, watch out for the enemy at all times, for he/she will come to you with a warm smile, and that's why I tend not to like overly friendly people. Learn to kill your weaker self. By that, I mean the vices that clear your logic and reasoning. Twat, Zaza pills, like in the video, drink, anything that gives you instant pleasure. Do this and you'll be one step ahead of your enemies. At this channel, all you'll get is the truth, while the others will tell you lies. So all I ask from y'all is a like and subscribe. This is your host, Q the General, and I hope you learn something and you can take and use it in the real world. Until we meet again.